Anthony and his twin sister Latoya were removed from their biological mother's care at just 3 days old due to her drug use. They were placed in the foster home of Florence Hurst. They were thriving and doing well, and she was in the process of adopting them. They suddenly removed the children from the Hurst home and placed them with a distant relative through marriage of the biological mothers. Anthony and his twin sister were placed in the home of LB and Latricia Bars. They ended up adopting the children, and 3.5 years later, Anthony was dead. At 4 years old, Anthony weighed just 24 pounds, only half of what a child his age should weigh. Anthony's cause of death was dehydration and starvation. Investigators found that Anthony and his sister were beaten with a paddle, a belt, a spoon, and that the Bars kept their refrigerator padlocked. The couple claimed that Anthony had fallen down the stairs, but they waited 24 hours to seek medical help. By the time they took him to the ER, he was already dead and rigor mortis had set in. The autopsy report stated that Anthony was clearly dehydrated and that his growth was stunted. Come to find out that the caseworker never did background checks on LB or Latricia, and if they would have found that LB had already been convicted of battery on his daughter for tying her to an exercise bike and whipping her with an extension cord. But the caseworker, her name is Denise Moore, she said on the adoptive home study paper that she found no criminal background. LB and Latricia were convicted of felony neglect charges. Latricia addressed the court saying that she did not abuse the children, that they were sick from the flu, and they also had eating disorders. Latricia was sentenced to 13 years. LB, after testifying against his wife, was sentenced to 8 years. Denise Moore was also convicted for lying about doing a background check and also lying that the couple was even related to the biological mother. Anthony's twin sister Latoya also suffered abuse at the hands of the Bars, and bruises and scars and malnutrition as well. So then she was placed again with Florence Hurst, her original foster mom. They say that Latoya is thriving, but she misses her brother dearly. Denise Moore appealed the conviction. The court ruled that the charges against Moore were filed too late and there wasn't enough evidence for a conviction. Moore told the court, "I think I am just the scapegoat. I was simply following policy of the agency at the time." Since being fired, Moore got her master's degree in social work. She is now a social worker at a private firm that counsels children of parents who are in the prison system.